Welcome back, REL Division 5 Alpha. I am your host, Ledeas. And since Iron Master is doing his finals this semester, it's going to be you and I. So let's go back in time a little bit and look at day 7, where we can see Tooth and Fist had a 3-0 over the Weenie Green Meanies. Pretty big score. 2-0 for the Barakvar Voyagers over the Wellington Shadow Society. The Fogmire Fembeast beat the Merciless Avengers 1-0. Common Consulting beat the Lizard Beast 1-0. Trunky Wood dropped to the Fallen Wonders 1-0. The Wayside Wandermongers lost theirs to the Grody Greens 2-0 for the Grody Greens. And the Proel's Tribu Urbana beat Mutants in Human Clothing. So that's a 1-0, a little bit of a surprise there. Let's take a look at the 3-0 here, see what happened that day. The 5 armor breaks, 1 death versus 13 armor breaks, 2 passes. There's 3 touchdowns. That's a pretty good example of what happened there. Let's see if Movement 3 Zombie is still in the game. He is. He got MVP. He got block. He is permanent line meat forever and ever. Amen. 33 blocks against 28 blocks by itself. Not too brutal, but the removals here. 4 KOs, 4 injuries, 1 kill. That definitely does it. I wonder if you kept the zombie, though. But I guess not. I guess stunties have a hard time making zombies, don't they? Take a quick look at the dice rolls here. The spread is pretty good for Tooth and Fist. Greeny Weenies, again, not too brutally wrong. A little low on the 3s, but who cares, right? Going for it's only 1 fail out of 11. The bribe succeeded. There's 2 bribes. Wake ups, about 50-50. Really stupid was 33%, so maybe there was a time or two one of them wasn't being babysat. Always hungry was okay. Throw teammate, however, not so much. 1 failed pickup out of 3. 5 failed catches out of 7. That's not fun at all. And 4 failed leaps. That's gotta suck, because if I'm not mistaken, your Pogo Word leaps on a 3+, if not a 2+. I'm not sure. I don't play too many of those goblins, but still, 100% fail rate, even with a 50-50, is hard. On a 66% chance, it's even worse. Dodges did okay, it seems. While there is a high level of failure, the skill of dodge being there may make that a little less brutal than it looks. Let's take a look at Tooth and Fist. Tooth and Fist either got hit by a lightning bolt or had a lightning bolt. I don't know how that works on this side. His catches went a lot better. Going for it, not as spectacular, but his passes did well. His dodges, fine. Pickups, 40% fail rate. That's very aggravating. Maybe a couple of the zombies were trying to pick up. Who knows? Regeneration, 1-1. Let's see how your block dice went. Block dice, that's not perfect, but as close as you're going to get. Triple both down. Hope that guy's got block. Your blocking dice, not as many pals as needed here. However, 4 defender stumbles, 3 pals in your from these results isn't bad either. Let's take a look at. I want to take a look at this one. If I'm not wrong, Mutants in Human Clothing is Spoony Bard, and him dropping a game to a team is pretty rowdy. The catcher here got MVP. This catcher is amazing with movement 9, agility 4, strength 3. He's got tackle, block, mighty blow, and movement. He is a bruising fake blitzer who just happens to be able to catch. So let's take a look at the statistics. A pretty even blocking match. Spoony Bard removed 5 with KO and 2 injuries. However, the Elves were able to 3 injury and 1 KO. The Elves did not make a pass. The Underworld did. This game is crazy. Crazy, I say. Crazy. an expulsion on Spoonybard's side. Let's take a quick look here. Going for it, 1 failed out of 5, not a big deal. Wake up 50-50, casualties 50-50. D6 is looking okay, a little skewed for the 1s, 2s. That in of itself, the 2s in of itself are not a big deal, depends on tackle zones. Block dice, very well skewed here. Looking over the blocks, there does not appear to be any skull results, so depending on whether the both down or the 3 both down results were with block players, there was a double skull that got re-rolled. There was a single skull re-rolled, so when they did pop up, they didn't hurt you. Spoonie had a bit better on the PAL, 17 successes. Of course, there's 2 of them right off the bat. There's another one. There's one. A double skull re-rolled into a push. Another double PAL, another double PAL. 17 PALs don't matter when 2 or 3 of them are coming at the same time. Another double skull re-rolled. So that's 1, 2. 2 double skulls. It's not fun. The again, both down, defender stumbles might not matter if you don't have opponent don't have tackle, or I'm sorry, you don't have tackle and opponent don't have dodge. D6s went pretty well, a few extra 1s. However, your dodges are a little different than the elves. So let's take a look at what you did. 2 pickups worked well. 2 passes out of 3, not bad. Animosity never became a problem. 3 catches, that's awesome. So 2/3 of your dodges failed. That makes sense considering your agility 3 team. Landings all bad. Wake up rolls no good. Casualties, not sure if you didn't ever inflict any. I'm guessing what that means. Really stupid worked well. Only 20% failure. So that's actually, I think, pretty good. You didn't have 2 trolls like the other goblin team we were looking at just a minute ago, so that's a lot of troll use, but I suppose your guy probably has claw. Always hungry, failed once, so he bit a goblin. Oh well. That's what that's for, right? Throw teammate 50-50. Actually had a loner roll 50-50. Snack didn't kill him, I'm assuming. An inaccurate pass went well. The high elves dodged well. Or not high elves, the pro elves, sorry. Dodged well, a little bit of failures, not too bad. Going for it, didn't punish you too bad. Wake up calls, so I don't... Wait a minute. Yeah, your wake up calls... Nope, both teams wake up calls. Mutants wake up calls. Both failed, so... Yeah, 50-50. It was not a game where anyone seemed to want to play on either team. When they got out, they were done. Week 8 showed a little different. We had a 2-2 tie with the Lizard Beast with mutants and human clothing. A 2-0 for the Wayside Wandermongers, dropping that 2-0 loss to the Pro Elves. So that's 2 wins for the Pro Elves in a row. The Grody Greens 2-1 over Trunkywood. Fallen Wanderers lost theirs to the Barak Va Voyagers. The Vampires able to beat the Goblins 2-0. Tooth and Fist pulling out another 3. Let's go back for a second. Yeah, Tooth and Fist had a 3. Tooth and Fist has a 3. And then the Merciless Avengers lost theirs to the Common Consultant. That's 2 wins in a row for the Common Consulting. Tooth and Fist and Tribu Urbana. Let's take a look at Tooth and Fist again. Now that's a ghoul. That's almost worth loving. Almost. He has sidestep, he has block, he has dodge. But wait, there's more. He moves, he has agility. If only he could live. 1 good pal and some pile on, and that's a dead ghoul. Paul leveled up. That's not Paul, that's Puff. Puff the Magic Saurus. He has Mighty Blow and block. He's going to hate your face a little bit. 28 blocks for Tooth and Fist versus 62 for Fenmyers. I think, sir, you perhaps just forgot there was a ball in the game and decided Hulk Smash might not have worked out well for you. Limb Chewer did everything, kids. Everything. He scored. He scored. he scored. And then he got MVP. So I don't think I've ever seen a player score 16 SPP in one game. And considering that's only 14, something tells me he inflicted the one injury, because I don't see any passes. What a crazy little ghoul. Maybe I better stop talking mean about them before he visits me in the night and short sheets me. Let's take a look at this one. The vampires. Oh. Well. So, that is a dead thrall with an MVP. Yeah, not found. That is a living thrall with the MVP. He picked up Russell. That is a conceding goblin team who has 1 armor break and 1 expulsion. Don't know how many rounds that went. 1 pass, 1 successful catch. 1 kill inflicted. He inflicted the kill and left. I don't know if this is a DC situation, a rage quit. Don't have any idea. It looks like, out of the numbers here, the vampires had 1. See, Bloodlust was doing alright. Doing pretty good, actually. Catch did okay. Dodging's going good. Impact of the bomb, so you got hit by a bomb, able to pick up the ball, able to pass. Not sure if he's being, most likely it's probably him being chainsaw, so I think he might have got hit with that success. I think that's what that means. The big green weenies. I don't know, he got hit by his chainsaw too, who knows? How does these stats even work? Always hungry, failed again, snack succeeded. Who knows if somebody died or not, doesn't look like they did. Loner failed. Passes not so good. 1 fail out of 1 succeed out of 3. Really stupid was doing its work. 5 rolls. I assume you have 2 trolls. We'll look in a little bit. Leaping goblin, landing goblin. Going for it did okay. Bribes were good. I'm just no idea how this went down. Guess we could take a look at the watch the replay real fast. Why not? It's an option. Let's do it, kids. You, me, Cabal Vision. Let's see what happened. We're going to fast forward a bit, just so you know. Never really done this before in any of our replays, but hey, it's you, it's me, let's do it. I may put a timestamp in the bottom there, depending on how long it takes this to load. I may just edit part of this out. There we go. All right. Masquerade Ballroom. Let's take a look. We are looking at our thralls. And there's a troll, a bomber, a pogo guy, a goblin, a chainsaw, a troll. Yep, definitely got 2 trolls. He's got the star bomber. And the coin flip goes to, who knows? They're thinking about it. Looks like it's going to the vampire. So the big green weenies start the game with 3 bribes. No fan factor, or no fame anyways. Definitely 11 plus 4 versus, so that's 15 versus 8. Fan factor went your way for sure. Setting up the team. So let's go ahead and switch pop past that. Actually, I just really want to see when the concede happened. So turn 1, turn 2, beginning of the turn 2s for the vampires. They've got vampires deep. Thrall coming in for the pogos. Attack. I cannot get the camera to be... There we go. Only 1 removal. It's a KO. Guess for goblins that's not terrible. Let's switch forward. Well, okay, let's switch back. So the vampire has the ball. He's already down here. I'm going to assume... There he goes. So a turn 2 touchdown for the vampires. Not that bad of a deal. Goblin comes back. I think that was the chainsaw guy. Oh, there's a whistle. It was the chainsaw guy, but don't worry, you got it. A bribe. Hey, that guy likes your bribe, so he gets to stay in. And bombing dude. There's a third bribe. It's Christmas for everyone. Ugh, you got 3 players on your team that require bribes. And you've already had to use them all by turn 2? That's a little rough. Alright, so the kickoff. Ball's in the background. There's a stunned. Wow. So let's just move through. Carrying the ball, things seem to be going all right. Dropped the ball. Things still seem to be going fair. Looks like we got a pushing of a vampire coming up. If he doesn't get out of there. Goblin gets smiggity smacked. Ball's free. Thrall catches. 6s for days, right, kids? Vampire is going to come out through a goblin. Well, maybe not. But at least he can't get surfed, and that one is stunned. That's turnover. So the Wellington Shadow Society has the ball. Actually in a decent spot. The stunty guys over there. Blitzing Pogo. Both down. Rerolls to stumble, but the Thrall has dodge. And there apparently is the concede. No idea why that would be a concede. It looked like the troll would have been able to surf him. But let's move on. That was that week. No, the 2-2. Well, that's pretty interesting as well. 2 expulsions. 15 armor breaks versus 5. So the Underworld, 47 blocks, 3 KOs, 3 injuries, 1 kill. Versus the Lizard's Beast only have 28 blocks with 1 KO when injury inflicted. So you could remove the team, but you couldn't stop the team. Mutants in human clothing. A lot more successes here this week. The pickup's good. The going for it's good. Really stupid's good. Very good. Dodging not is average. Dice look a little skewed to the left with the 17 2s. That's kind of brutal in a team that 2s and 1s fail. So you have 29, 30, 40. So 40 over here and 27 over here. You do the math. The Lizard's Beast success rate's a little different. Loner wasn't doing. Bonehead did about the same as Stupid. The wake-ups were 50-50, but with 8 of them, that's pretty brutal. Catch did well, but pickups failed a lot. So 2 failed pickups out of 3. That's probably a lot of rerolls being spent and nothing happening. Going for it's were 25% fail rate. A little higher than normal, but not that bad. I mean, it's pretty bad if you don't have sure feet. Dodge looked like it was quite well for the Skinks. Again, the dice were pretty normal, a little low here in the middle, but we're not talking by a lot. Block dice, 7 pals, 10 defender stumbles. You don't have tackle, defender stumbles against goblins is worthless. Mutants in human clothing, however, both downs. Hope you had block. 14 pals, that's not bad at all. Especially versus his, well, he did have a lot less rolls probably as well. So there you are. Let's take a look at bonus week, week 9. Week 9's mostly done. The Merciless Avengers have to go up against the Pro Elves, who've been doing quite well in these last 2 weeks. If he wins there, that's a 3-win streak. Trunky Wood against the Green Meanies, the Weenie Green Meanies. probably going to have realistically a rough day with Trunky Woods Dark Elves. However, this is the week of ties. Vampires against Fallen Wonders, 1-1. Mutants in Human Clothing against the Khemri, 1-1. Fogmire Fembeast against the Wayward Wondermongers, 1-1. And you, of course, can see it here, 1-1 for those two as well. We have Tooth and Fist. Well, Grody Greens, you may have lost, but look at it this way. In the last 3 weeks, you're the only person to keep him under 3. So, moral victory. Ooh, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Tooth and Fist is kind of running away with it with 8 wins, 1 loss. That's 24 points. His nearest competitor is the Elven Union. 18, 19, 20 points. 20 points, not quite enough to... Let's remove that if it showed up. If it didn't show up, hey, I just opened up another screen, but we're not looking at it, so don't worry about it. Yeah, 20 points behind 24. That's a game and a bit. So... Michael's there is going to be very hard to catch in the next 4 weeks. I want to just take a look at the standings on Blood Bowl 2 LeagueManager.com so I can kind of take a look here. Tooth and Fist is one of the highest TD differentials, 20 plus, 4 against. He has a TD bonus or differential of 16, not the largest. As I looked in the last video where I did for Division 4, there is somebody with a TD difference much greater. I'm trying to remember where they were. They had 30 touchdowns. I do recall that. Oh wait, no, I may be wrong. I may be thinking of something else. Let's take a quick look here. So in Division Division 4, Cash Crew Part 2 has a differential of 17. Tooth and Fist, you have 16, right behind him. I know, I'm fairly certain I saw another one that was ridiculous. Let's take a quick look here. There it is, 23 points for Pro in a Party. He has 30 touchdowns, 4 and 7 against. So, not quite if you're in third by yourself or tied with others. I don't see any other 16s. I do know that Cash Crew Part 2 was the only 17. He was second. Doing a quick look again. There's a 14 in Division 5C. But we're looking for 16 because that's you, Chief. Yeah, you're doing quite well. You are in third in the REL. Probably pretty high in the rest of the Rebel anyways. The casualties here, the Pro Elves are actually 17-17, so they're drawing. They've dealt 17, took 17. Tooth and Fist is actually down by 2. Mutants in Human Clothing are down by 5. Barak Var Voyages, the dwarf team, they are up by 13 casualties, 24-9. Looks to be about the best. Merciless Avengers, the Chaos Dwarves down there, they have a bonus of 9, 16-5. So they're doing quite well. Wellington Shadow Society is doing quite poorly, but I guess when you're casing your own players as much as they're getting cast by other players, you don't expect to win that number anyhow. So let's take a look on the other side here. Mutants in Human Clothing is at 17 points, so he is 2 games and a tie behind first place. I don't think it's too early to call that Michaels realistically has this division to lose. Tooth and Fist up against the Wayside Wandermongers, who are humans and currently in 13th out of 14th place. They are going up against... Where did he go? He's going up against second place in week 11, so that's going to be fun. If Elven Unions are going to do anything against the Necro team, this is the week he's going to have to do it. He's got to get the win to catch up, but he's also got to get the loss, or give the loss to make sure he doesn't get any further ahead. And then finally he faces off against... Well, not finally, but he faces off against... Where are you? The Merciless Avengers, the Chaos Dwarfs against Necro. Always a fun matchup. And then the last game of the season, he's going up against the Wellington Shadow Society. Wellington Shadow Society not at the bottom, but not doing well either. Stringer Bell has vampires, and vampires can be troublesome, but they can also wreck themselves. So who knows how that's going? Let's pray for threes on those bloodlust rolls. Going back to the leaderboard, Nurgle Grody Green's doing all right. Got a lot of teams here, right here in the middle with 5 wins. If Division 5A is getting 2 playoff spots, there'd be a good fight here for second, but I think you only get 1. I could be wrong. I would check with other people who keep up with that stuff. I'm never interested in playoffs personally, so I don't know all the ins and outs. Lizardman team running 3-3-3, rolling red there. You may want to talk to Zoot in Division 2 for maybe he can give you some tips on how to keep that tying streak alive. You're doing well. A nice balanced team. Kiwi Bird doing it a little different. 2 wins, 2 losses, 5 ties. He decides, I don't need to win and lose if I just draw them all. The rest of the teams, a little bit more of a losing streaks here. The Amazon's not doing so great, but I will bet that a team full of dwarves and then the Chaos Dwarves, if you ran into them, is probably most of your troubles. Kemri, not really for scoring, more probably for killing. He's lost 1 game in comparison to the Lizard Beasts, and that's why he's down here instead of up here. Trunkhead has had a little bit of a rough time with his elves, though Wandermongers, the human team, has had 7 losses, and Weenie Green Meanies, 1 draw, 7 losses. Let's take a look at y'all's teams. We'll start with Kiwi Bird. Kiwi Bird has 11 players, but they are some fresh-looking Saurus here. 1 match. Garpek Jr. has 9 matches and an MVP, so he just hasn't done anything. The other 2 Saurus, let's see, we got a block and guard, block and mighty blow, and then block, just block. So 5 Saurus and a Croxagore. Got enough money to buy that Saurus. I assume that when you do play next, that is what's going to happen. Just taking a quick look here because I don't remember. Yeah, you just played your game, so I bet against the Grody Greens you'll have a new fresh Croxagore. The Skinks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 Skinks, 1 bonus movement and a block. I foresee him getting catch or sure feet soon, because this agility 4 guy who has sure feet, sprint, and catch, it's not bad, man. That is not bad at all. Him in the back picking up the ball, moving where he needs to, handing it off quickly, and letting new fresh legs run could just extend his life, make him stick around a little bit. 180 for somewhat secure ball movement. Not a bad price. You got sure hands up here with sprint and sidestep. Movement bust. I mean, realistically, you got 2 Skinks that can do the same thing, but hey, you just got enough money to buy a Croxagore, so I doubt either one of them going anywhere. 1 Skink as an SPP away, another one an MVP away, and we get to start their development all over. Lizard Beasts doing all right, 11-11, so he's got a 0 touchdown difference. He has been cased more than he has dealt. Let's take a quick look at the statistics for this season. He has inflicted no kills, 10 casualties, 77 injuries. That's a lot of stunning, though. He is stunning people quite a bit. He inflicted 26 KOs. That's not bad either. However, he is being KO'd just as much, and he has sustained a death. The Barak Var Voyagers, Dwarven Thames, sailing straight past the defense. Does that mean this is a dwarf team that tries to pass? I've seen such things. I've heard such legends. A line of 12 with just one blitzer out for the day. Maybe he's got to work on his tan. Missing next game due to an eye gouge. 150k in the bank just in case anyone should somehow die. But Thick Skull, Armor 9, seems next to impossible. One hell of a killer Troll Slayer up here. Got the Mighty Blow, Pylon, and Tackle. And we have another one coming up behind him. The blitzer we were talking about is Blodge. Shoot. That's not a Dwarven blitzer. That ends up going to be a Dwarven catcher, I bet. Or at least a very slow Dwarven runner. He's a secure ball carrier for sure. Speaking of secure ball carriers, let's take a look real fast. We'll jump down at this runner who is Blodge with sure hands. Can't ask for more except maybe agility up sure hand block. If he gets dodge, who cares who's carrying the ball? They're all going to be hard to stop. And then this blitzer is guard. He's block. He's strength up. He's going to get in there and make your day rough unless you have some very big men or Dauntless. I don't see you helping or removing him. And Dauntless isn't going to help you against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more guard. Dwarves doing what dwarves do. Oh, and look, a Longbeard with a strength up. He's just as good at his job as that guy is, and he's only missing 1 strength. But 1 movement, but he has tackle. I think I agree with everyone who plays against dwarves. Man, screw this team. It is a wall, and it's going to hate you. 5-2-2 shows that he is doing well. He's inflicted 2 kills while he has sustained, of course, none. He has sustained 3 KOs while inflicting 21. It is a 7-to-1 ratio. These guys are just brutal. 5 catches. So yes, there is some some throws being done. 13 scores inflicted, 9 sustained, and there you go. In 4th place. The Fogmire Fenbeast with Rolling Reds. Fremere. I don't know what that means. Lizard Men. We have a Croxagore with guard doing Croxagore things. Realistically, I suppose you either go, guard for roadblock or break tackle for a blitzing piece. But Mighty Blow Saurus, Blodging Saurus, that dodge on the beginning had to be aggravating, but now he's got guard. It's all going to pay off. Speaking of dodge, and then we've got 2 block and Mighty Blows. The Skink with the strength up, the movement down, and the armor down. Oh, and I'm telling you right now, this guy's days are straight up numbered. Save yourself some trouble. You have the money to replace him. You will cut your team value by 50 points getting a new one. It may be time. I know Skink Missile is fun, but he catches a niggle. He just target all day, every day. Fresh guy, not too bad. Leadership, diving tackle. I don't know if I would have put diving tackle on leader. Leader is funny, and I would do that. But he's going to be down. People are punching, kicking him. I guess if you use your reroll fast enough, who cares? This one's got diving tackle and dodge. Seems to be doing what he needs to be doing. As long as this isn't a niggle, it's not. So that's all good. And a fresh Saurus down at the bottom. Anchoring the relay team. Very good at passing off the baton. The Astro Granite for the Skink team. That's interesting. I guess when you can move a lot, everyone has to catch you. Make them suffer for it should they fall, because the ground has Mighty Blow. This is the Lizard team that is straight 3s. 9 touchdowns scored, 10 touchdowns sustained. So, actually got a -1 on the touchdown differentials, but he has no deaths, but he has no kills, so he's 0 there. He has KOs inflicted 25, KOs sustained 16, so he is giving a little bit better than he's receiving. No catches means no passes. I wonder if that also means for no handoffs. Don't know. Trunky Wood. Alright, looking at your Dark Elf team, it's starting to look a little bit like a Wood Elf team. Got some good looking blitzers down here. Blodge with tackle. Blodge with mighty blow and agility. And then block double move. That's pretty awesome. The Witch Elves looking a little fresh, I believe. Yeah, she's had 5 matches. And I think you had something. Nope, 4 matches. I'm wrong. So either you had to wait up to get the money, or you had some deaths and finally got some replacements. So, but speaking of deaths, that's 6 positionals, 7, 8. Where's the rest of the team? Who cares? Linemen will do it. Dodge and agility up is fun. Definitely need to get leap or block soon. It's an interesting mess here. And trunk face here is just line meat. Of course, when loners show up, he gets to do something else. Take a look at your statistics real quick. Got 2 wins, 1 draw, 5 losses. Who did you beat? You beat the Kemry 3-0. And you beat the Humans 2-0. So tied with the Vampires. Good showing against the Underworld. 2-1's not bad. 2-1 against the Grody Greens is not bad. If I'm not mistaken, the Grody Greens are a Nurgle team. So yeah, I mean, even your loss, some of your losses are not that bad. Hey, at the end of the division season, if you want some Dark Elves, let me know. I've got some for sale. Dowini Green Minis. So the Goblin team, the Looney is still armor busted but not dead. He's lost armor, he's lost movement, but he has Dirty Player. I guess you're going to play him until he dies. I don't play Goblins. I guess that's the thing to do. Both the Trolls have guards, so hey, if you don't use them, they're already better than they used to be. The Pogoer has Catch. I think I like that. Got a handful of Goblins not doing anything yet. They need to, who knows what they need to do, honestly. Stunty's hard to get the vanity passes. You got 50k in the bank, running that low TV. Got 11 on the team, 2 of which are dirty players. So perhaps it's time to pick up a bit of a bench, man. I see you had one. An apothecary might be your friend. Who knows? The Wayside Wandermongers. So this is the human team with 210k. Oh, we forgot to look at the Goblins. I'm sorry. Let's look at your statistics. So 1 draw, 7 losses, got 1 successful catch, scored 3, inflicted 2 kills, sustained 4 deaths. I'm sure that there are many people who would say for Goblins you are actually in the success rate here. But the 18 touchdowns versus the 3, they're scoring on you 6 times to your 1. That's brutal. KOs inflicted 15, KOs sustained 26. With a stunty team, I still think that's probably about even. Who knows what's coming up next? I guess if a troll rolls block, or you get just a few more pieces, those numbers could change real quick. I just don't know enough about Goblins. Apparently you need Dirty Player everywhere and just kick everybody in the teeth. The human team, I do understand a little bit better. Got the Ogre with block. I'm sorry, guard. I don't know. I always mess that up. Got a Blitzer with a movement up. Lost agility. Who cares? He runs. He kills. Got a Movement up and block. He runs, he smacks. This one is Mighty Blow and tackle. He hates elves, skinks, and gutter runners. And then, are you fresh, or have you just been lazy? 5 matches, you've been lazy. You've inflicted 1 KO. You've stunned 3 times. You've sustained 7. Oh, and a casualty. So you've been knocked the fuck out. The thrower with movement, I like that personally. If he's going to be a runner, let him run faster. If he's actually going to throw the ball, it opens up the field. Technically, he can throw 13 squares. He may not do them securely, but the ability to move 7, 2 going for it, 9 and 13. That's 22 out of, 26 squares? He can move the ball almost the entire field by himself. The catcher has diving catch, so he is a secure target. He's just not as fast as his friend, who does not have any skills yet. A lineman with kick and guard. I love that guy. He stands off the line of scrimmage. He kicks the ball. Then he runs in and does what he needs to do to help out. Those are great. And with a move-busted lineman, we know that that guy is LOS meat for life, however short it may be. With 210k, that's 60k you need to spend. Maybe it's time to fire him and buy a new lineman just to bring your team value down. How's your club looking? Level 1. Might be time just to buy a new club if you got something in mind there. 1, 1, and 7. So 3 touchdowns scored, 5 kills inflicted, 1 death sustained. You're definitely winning that game. However, they are scoring against you 15 touchdowns, so 5 times to your 1. The KOs, 23 to 33. They're running the KO on you a little bit, not much. Probably about a 3 to 2, I think is fair to say. And Spoonie Bard. Spoonie Bard has a couple of coins. He has 7 bodies in the grave with 61 SPP there as well. 14 players. That Warpstone Troll with guard and claw. So he's probably spending a lot of time swinging fist about. The dream apparently as far as Skaven Blitzers go, claw, mighty blow, pile on, block, followed by a block, mighty blow, tackle. I'm sure he'll be getting claw soon. Just had to get something for that pesky dodge threat. So the thrower with a number 3 on his name, 1 match. I guess you get 2 agility on 1 thrower, and then when you fire him, everyone else comes behind him and dies. That is your punishment for throwing away double agility. Block and extra arms, that's a pretty good safe pickup guy. The lineman has dodge, the lineman has nothing. Both of these on their 2nd iteration. Heck, that Blitzer's on his 2nd iteration. I'm going to see probably a lot more 2s and 3s down the road anyways. This guy, whoa. I know we've looked at him before, but let's look at him again because he has an extra head. He has big hands. He ignores tackle zones to pick up the ball. He ignores pouring rain to pick up the ball. He adds 1 to dodge. He ignores tackle zones. He is a healthy, aggravating, big hand knobbler. That character, don't roll 1s, have lots of fun. I guess pickup is still going to be 3+, because the big hands doesn't improve that. But I guess if he levels up, that's extra arms. I don't know if that's actually what you're going to pick or not. A couple of goblins, 1 away from Dirty Player, and then the Ball Hawk of Doom. He has a horn. He has Wrestle. Forgot to look at your stats, sorry. 5, 2, and 2, so 6 successful catches, 14 touchdowns, 1 successful interception. That's snazzy. Inflicted 2 kills, sustained 2 kills, running even there. KOs are 23, 26, not bad. 7 sustained to your 14, so you are running 2-1 against everyone except for when you're not. I guess they're running 2-1 against you. Hola Tribu Urbana, the something for Oblivion maybe? I'm gonna We'll have to Google that later. Because I'm bored. Yep, we got a thrower who has dodge and sure hands. Definitely sure hands. Don't know about the dodge, but I guess if you're going to want to live longer, dodge is a good call. I love these blitzers with blodge and sidestep. They don't get a lot more growth after that, it seems, but that's okay because there's catchers. Oh, beautiful catchers. This guy is a blitzer who can catch. This guy is a ball hawk who can catch and dodge and wrestle, and I would not be surprised to see leap soon. A lineman with guard, one or two more of those, and the lineman would be set. That guy's got dodge in case he needs to get away and go somewhere else or even catch. This team's doing quite well. 6, 10, 11. Got enough for the new catcher, or maybe just line meat. Who knows? Or I've definitely run me a bench of 12 minimum if I can afford it. And let's look at your stats because I've been doing that with everybody else. 6 wins, 2 draws, no losses. Are you the only one in your division with no losses? Indeed you are, sir. Congratulations. You have inflicted 17 touchdowns upon your opponents while they have sustained only, where you have only sustained 6. So doing quite well. Almost 3-1. Almost. 1 away. That's awesome. No kills inflicted. 2 deaths sustained. You are being KO'd about twice as much as you're inflicting, but I guess that makes sense because elves. That's pretty awesome. I hope you get your 3 average score 3 there. That'll be quite the bragging rights. The Grody Greens, Nurgling the way Nurgles Nurgle. Strength up, stand firm, Beast of Nurgle, making everyone hate tentacles. 1, 2, 3 Nurgle warriors who are either fresh, perhaps? Fresh for Nurgle is a kind of oxymoron. He does have, let's go with a naive Nurgle, and 2 who haven't done too much. But however, Lord Ephatho Morbid is doing the Nurgle's work here with 6 KOs, 7 casualties, a kill inflicted. He is, and then 3 MVPs. So yeah, he is beloved by all and showered great praises. Levels up. I bet he gets a claw. Pestigore Dan here is movement up with block, 2 points away from a level up. I have no idea where he's going unless he's the ball carrier. If he's the ball carrier, sure hands or dodge, of course, makes him that much better at it. Here's a guy who hates people with dodge, which you kind of need. Rodder, who cares? Rodder strength up. Oh God, I would have never done that. He's going to die. He's 50k. He's worth 2 1/4 of a Rodder, and he doesn't do anything better. Yeah, he requires 1 extra person to block him down. Well, you know what? I take it back. I take it back. If this Rodder is babysitting with this Beast of Nurgle, that makes that Beast of Nurgle so much better, and that Rodder a little protected. So I suppose if these 2 guys, followed with this guard fellow over here, are working together, I can see that being one hell of a combo. Kicking Rodder is definitely good news, and here is a fouling Rodder who's willing to kick people in the teeth, who has 2 smashed knees, adding 2 to any injury rolls made against him, and he has broken armor. So hopefully he will kill someone quickly and make his own replacement because his days are numbered. Let's take a look at your stats for this season. 5 wins, 1 draws, 3 losses. 4 catches, that's fun. 11 touchdowns scored, 3 kills inflicted. You have sustained 10 touchdowns, so you're on the bonus, but I guess when people outscore you, they outscore you a lot, or they just really stop you. I don't know, that's messed up. Maybe we'll look at your history in a minute. 24 KOs against 15, you're winning that fight. You've sustained 3 deaths, you've caused 3 deaths, so I'm assuming that Rodders are replacing themselves. Taking a look here real quick, you lost that one 2-0. You won that one 2-0, so these are a wash. 3-1 was the loss there. That's a bit brutal, but when elves can get around the Nurgles, the elves will burn the Nurgles. Beat the Avengers, beat the Wonders, beat the Amazon anyway, yeah. 1-1 against Dwarves. I bet that was a bit of a bloodbath. And then Mutants beat you 2-1. So yeah, there we go. That 3 right there is the most scored against you. And when we take a look at the fact that you have, how many is sustained? 13 touchdowns. We remove those 3, it's back down to 10. And you 16-10 is amazing. So, wait, that was all. Let's try that again. 11-10. We remove those 3, you're at 7. That makes a big difference for your stats. Alright, let's take a look over here with the Fallen Wonders. The Amazon team who's had to deal with way more tackle than should be expected of an Amazon team for their rookie year. We have 2 guards with a mighty blow, a 3rd one with guard, and a 4th one who has not done too much or is new. 7 matches, not new. The thrower has strong arm and has not seemed to have been able to do anything since. 6 SPPs since gaining it, considering 1 pass, 1 MVP. What has she been doing? Just running them in? Hey, if it works, who am I to argue? Just seems to be a waste of strong arm. The catcher is rather fresh. Could use a vanity pass. Catcher has blodge and diving catch. Target. Line busted. Wrestle is probably line meat or the occasional ball hawk when needed or when available realistically. Looks like a fresh line woman. Might even have been a rookie that you are not a rookie. No, there's no names there. I was thinking you had a naming scheme for a minute there because I saw the this and the that, but I see now that that's just been thrown in. Dirty player with blodge. I like that. I'm sure you're enjoying her too. Another wrestle dodge and then just dodge. I would advise soonish that you get a kicker, and honestly, 4 rerolls you may not need. You have everyone has dodge. You can't re-roll it if you fail it. 4, 5, 6, block, 7, 8 when you add the wrestle. Out of 9, 10, 11, you're probably not re-rolling too many blocks. And what are you re-rolling? Pickups? Some catches if you're throwing to people without catch. And the 50 points might do you well. What do I know? 3, 4. Shut the door. Take a look at your stats. 3 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses. You have 1 successful catch. 8 touchdowns, 1 successful interception. That's delicious. You have 18 KOs. You've been KO'd 22. Not bad. 8 touchdowns sustained. 8 touchdowns scored. So apparently you had some really good scoring games, and then they had some really good scoring games, and that's it. You sustained 2 deaths while inflicting none. Guess that is really where the proof is in the pudding. People are turning your women into pudding. The vampires. Oh, this wacky vampire team. I remember leader on him, still going strong. He has a smashed knee as well, but hey, he's there to do 3 things. Bring a reroll, probably field the ball and give it to someone else. Or I don't know, this guy has agility and accurate and block, so he's throwing amazing. Dodge will probably be, or sure hands, realistically pass. Anything makes him amazing. Double move, block, dodge. That guy's great. Something tells me he's your passing target. And then any thrall catches on a 3+, as long as they're not in a tackle zone. 1 with wrestle, 1 with kick. That guy is still worth it. And should he pick up another point, then who knows what he gets. I would not go Dirty Player on that guy. I would say that. Dirty Player needs to be its own skill on its own. Thrall. Thrall with dodge. A little odd, but hey, if you roll the doubles, take it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vampires. If I understand correctly, what Iron Master told me in the past was you don't field them all. You keep some on the sideline. I like that idea. Maybe you might. I know it's going to be hard. It might be crazy. Maybe you might want to start cycling in some of the fresh ones so they can get some SPP. If nothing else, they can throw vanity passes to one another. Keep a couple thralls around for snack breaks. Statistic-wise, you are 2, 3, and 4. Touchdown scored 9, and casualties inflicted 9. You've inflicted a kill, snazzy. You have 25 KOs. You've inflicted 24 KOs. That's pretty even. The 22 casualties, we talked about that earlier. I don't know if you're inflicting your own count, but I'm willing to put some of those in. You did it, and don't get it counted over here. Then the 3 death sustains really gotta suck. So as long as they were thralls, I guess it's not too bad. Thralls are pretty cheap, and according to Jim and Bob, all over what Lustria? I don't know the lore. The Necro team is doing quite well. 13 players, 100K in the bank. Got a blodging werewolf. Got the mighty blow werewolf with a damaged back. His days may be numbered, but he's mighty blow. Gotta keep him one level up. He's going to get dodge, I bet, and be a lot harder to knock down. Got a white with blodge, a white with guard. Interesting mix there. I guess again you roll doubles. You take the agility. I think I would have went jump up for the pylon later, but that's me. Of course, jump up for a blitzer is not bad anyways. The ghoul limb chewer, who is doing everything in the last handful of games. Don't need no body, don't need no man, don't need no woman, don't need no thrower, don't need no blocks, don't need no screen. He's doing it all by himself. This crazy dude is 2 passes, 2 MVPs. He scored 14 touchdowns. He's inflicted 2 casualties. He's inflicted 3 stuns. He does not knock people out. You're either out of the, you just busted up armor, or we'll see you in the next go. He's sustained an interception. So we found the one thing Limb Chewer couldn't do. However, he has that agility up now. He has movement. If he wishes to throw the ball, I bet he doesn't get intercepted again. Of course, who's he throwing it to? Everyone else is a loser. Pebble Flayer here is a blodging tackle ghoul. I guess this is your safety / emergency missile, skink hunter, zombie, flesh golem, zombie, block, and 3. Oh, I bet flesh golem, zombie in the middle is probably a combo that sees work on the line of scrimmage, with zombie guard around to help out, zombie wrestler, and then zombie. So, bet if this guy ever levels up, he'll be zombie with dirty player. Maybe even zombie with kick, because hey, you've got 2 werewolves and a fast-moving ghoul. That's 3 players that if the kick plus blitz happens, you could cause a lot of tears. Let's check your statistics. Boom, 8 and 1. That's right, you are the leader. You had 3, 3, and 2 in your last 3 games for scoring. So touchdown scored, of course, 4 only sustained, 1 death sustained. KO 17 to 21. They're beating you a little bit, but not much. You have a lot of casualties. 20 inflicted and 19 sustained, so that's breaking even. Yeah, I guess people are trashing your zombies and your stars are starring, so good on you. Carry on. You're doing what you're doing. I don't need to tell you anything. Owned here, who spent a season or 2 as Dangerous Dwarves, is now playing the Chaos Dwarves, who are developing quite similar to regular dwarves with a lot of guard, but one has claw, and a mighty blow, and one has claw. And then Sabretooth here has done nothing this year. Bad kitty. Bad. The hobgoblins. The lizard. Oh gosh. 6 matches. Okay. So he was a replacement. A little bit of the Sinister Six coming in here. Hulk is kicking people in the teeth. Scorpion, I have always hated you in the comics, but hey, you have guard. You're a useful hobgoblin until you die. Your games, boom, 3 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw. Inflicted 2 kills and 6 touchdowns. Catches, what are those for? Noobs. 7 touchdowns sustained. Yep. 4 KOs. You've inflicted 21. Good lord, man. That is, that's pretty impressive. Almost 6 times. You're KOing people almost 6 times as much as they are KOing you. So, first season you led in deaths. This one, maybe KOs. Something to aim for. And Common Consulting. Still wanting to kill your team. What's that? 3 Tomb Guardians with Mighty Blow? Don't mind if I do. Here's a 4th one with Strength because screw everything you love. Followed by 2 Blitzras with Block and what's that? More Mighty Blow? Ha ha. Followed by 2 Skeletons with Dirty Players. 3 more just to round out the bench. And, you know, in case we feel like picking up the ball, we have Sure Hands, Block, and Kickoff Return because Fetch. This is a game where the bone fetches the ball. If a werewolf shows up, this should be pretty crazy. Yeah, what can I tell you? Magic Dome? I guess you don't want the rain because screw picking up the ball in the rain with an agility 2. 5 touchdowns, 3 kills, sustained 10 touchdowns, so you're losing that one 2-1. No deaths, you're winning that game. KOs, you're inflicting them almost at a rate of twice as much, 2-1. So pretty cool there. Yeah, I think, oh, I recognize your name. You have a killer clown as your icon on Discord. Yeah, I think that says it all. I'm totally pigeonholing you. This is a team to murder people. And hey, if we pick up the ball and score, then sure, why not? Well, there you are for Division 5 Alpha. I have a little editing in my future, and we will get this right up. Iron Master will be back shortly, and we will see you guys on the pitch.